Hello, I am your French teacher from now on. French is the only language other than English spoken in 5 continents. More than 150 million people speak French as their native tongue, and millions of others use it as a second language. French is a very interesting language. The first session will be full of the pronunciations. French uses English alphabets, but the pronunciation will be totally different. So let's look at the pronunciations of alphabets from A to Z. As you know English, the same alphabets from A to Z. In French, A will be pronounced as A. A. Repeat. A. B is pronounced as B. B. Repeat. B. C is pronounced as say. Say. Repeat. Say. D is pronounced as they. They. Repeat. E. E in French is pronounced as E. E. Some pronunciations will be totally different, so please concentrate. E is pronounced as E. Repeat. F. F is same as in French and English. F. G. G in French is G. G. This is little difficult, so please repeat one more time. It's G. H. In French, hush. Hush. Repeat. I. I in French is pronounced as E. E. Repeat. E. J. J, again it's a difficult pronunciation. It's J. J. Don't get confused between G and J. The pronunciation looks similar, but G is pronounced as J and J is pronounced as G. G. I'm sorry, I have made a mistake over here. It's G. I repeat again. G is J and J is G. K. 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 L, M and N remains the same in French and English. L, M, N. O. O. The same in English. P. 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 In French, it's P. Q. In French is K. K. The same as K. Q also should be pronounced as Q. R is R. R. Yes. S. Same as in English. Yes. T is T. T. U remains the same. U. V, way, way. W, double. Why it is called as double? We could see W is two V's joined together. So in English we call it as double V. So in French, double V. X, X, Y, Y. Z, Z. X, X, Y, Y, Z, Z. I know it sounds really very strange, but once you get used to it, all the alphabets pronunciation will be easy. Only thing you have to practice vocally saying the pronunciations aloud. I repeat one more time from the beginning. A, repeat. B, repeat. Se, repeat. De, repeat. F, G, hush. E, G, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. W, X, Y, Z. These pronunciations, when combined in the words, it looks totally different. Okay, so you need not get confused with these pronunciations separately along with the words. In the words, these four alphabets pronounce totally in a different way. Just for the alphabets pronunciation, we have to remember this. Hope you understand the pronunciation of alphabets. You need not copy it from the board. I have sent it to you in the email. I have sent you all the materials in the email. So you need not copy it from the board. Let's move on to the pronunciation of vowels. Pronunciation of vowels. As you all know, A, E, I, O, U. There are 5 vowels in English. The same applies over here in French too. But we have a separate pronunciation for the vowels, for the consonants, and one more thing special in French, we have nasal sounds pronunciation. So let us go through one by one. Pronunciation of vowels. Les, voyelles de français. Français is nothing but French. Voyelle is called as vowels. Les voyelles means the vowels. A, which is called A in French. Army. Army is nothing but friend in English. Whichever is written in blue is the English meanings for the French words. You have to copy this in your notebook so that you will get a better understanding. A-M-I, Army. A-M-O-U-R, Amu. Amu. A-V-R-I-L, Avril. Avril. I repeat the words for vowel A, which is called A in French. Ami, Amour, Avril. So you have observed that A pronunciation in all the three letters. Next vowel E. E is nothing but A. A. M-E. M. T-E. Th. L-E. L. When you see E at the end of the word, mostly it becomes silent. T-A-B-L-E. Table. Table. You can also see A is the vowel which we have already learned. Tha. Table. Truce. Truce. M. Th. L. Table. Truce. Next vowel SI, which in French we pronounce it as E. E. L-I-V-R-E. Livre. Livre. I-M-A-G-E. Image. Image. A-N-I-M-A-L. Animal. Animal. Now you can note down. Here we have an already learned vowel R and already learned vowel E, which I have pronounced in the same way. Image. Here also we find A and here also we find A. Animal. Even here we had I vowel, which we pronounced as me. Me. Okay. Now I repeat once again from the vowel A. A is pronounced as A in French. Me. You can repeat after me. Me. Amour. Avril. M. Th. L. Table. Truce. E. Livre. Image. Animal. Next we will move on to the remaining two vowels, O and U. We'll continue with the remaining two vowels, O and U. O in French is pronounced as O, the same. Stylo. Stylo. mo, mo, do, do. In these two words, you could have observed one thing. I have not pronounced the last alphabet T and the last alphabet yes. Because in French, we have a rule that the last consonant which is appearing after the vowel remains silent. Just make a note of it. I will explain you in detail with the further chapters. M-O-T is mo. D-O-S is do. U. B-U-S. Bus. Bus. Now you can ask me, I didn't pronounce the last alphabets T and S as I applied the rule over there. But here I am pronouncing the alphabet yes. That's a good question from your side, but this is an exception. In all the languages, we have some exceptions where we do not follow the rules. The same exception applies over here. T-U, tu. B-U, bu. Bu, drunk is the past participle of drink. Okay, we already know drink, drank, drunk. Okay, that drunk. Bu. I repeat all the words once again. O, stilo. You can repeat after me. Stilo. Mo, do, bus, tu, bu. We are done with all the vowels. Now I am going to summarize all the 5 vowels together. Please write everything in the notebook. I summarize all the vowels now along with the words. A, ami, amu, avril, m, th, l, table, trousse, I, livre, image, animal, O, stylo, mo, do, u, bus, tu, bu. We are done with the vowels pronunciation now. As far as English is concerned, we have only the 5 vowels. As I told you already, A, E, I, O and U. But in French, apart from these 5 vowels, we have few more sounds which we call it as vowel sounds. We are going to have a look. Continuing this, let's continue with the vowel sounds. We already learnt about the vowel I. I in French is E. The same way, Y in French is also pronounced as E. When we learned alphabets, I told you, you remember? Y, as in the alphabet pronunciation, it is pronounced as Y. At that time I told you, when Y is concerned with the word, it pronounces differently. So Y and I and Y in French has the same pronunciation. We have to pronounce I and Y as E. S-K-I, ski. Y, E. We have a separate word in French as E, which means there in English. So S-K-I, ski. Y is E. Next vowel sound, O-I, which should be pronounced as wa. Wa. Repeat. Wa. R-O-I, ruwa. M-O-I, mua. So wherever you find O-I in a word in French, you have to remember quickly that O-I in French has to be pronounced as wa. Ruwa, mua. This is a vowel sound. Next, O-U, which has to be pronounced as oo. Oo. R-O-U-E, roo. A-M-O-U-R, amour. We have already gone through this word amour for the alphabet vowel A. O-U, oo, amour. R-O-U-E, roo. E is silent over here. Next vowel sound, A-I-E-I, which has to be pronounced as A. This is the English word let. We pronounce the word let in between L and T. We pronounce that E alphabet as A. The same pronunciation needs to be applied over here in French. This is just an example for you to remember how you should pronounce AI and EI in French. A. L-A-I-N-E, lane. R-E-I-N-E, rain. As I told you already, E. The last alphabet in a word, we will be pronouncing it as that's all. Lane, rain. Almost it is silent. Next vowel sound is A-U, E-A-U, which has to be pronounced as O. O-H. In English, we pronounce it as O. A-U-S-S-I, O-C, E-A-U, O. E-A-U as a separate word, it has a meaning in French. O means water. O-C, O. Then comes the last vowel sound, E-U, O-E-U, which has to be pronounced as in English, this is the English word H-E-R, her. We pronounce that center word E as The same pronunciation needs to be applied over here. Nerve, nerve. Surd, surd. is 9. The number 9. Sir is sister. So apart from the 5 vowels, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types of vowel sounds. In French, to pronounce all the alphabets, words and the sentences, you have to memorize all the rules. Rules in the sense, these pronunciations, the names of the pronunciations. Like wherever you see OU in a word, quickly you have to remember that OU in French is pronounced as OU. So if you come across a word where OU is placed, immediately you have to apply the pronunciation rule and say it right. Rule, like that. Now I'll summarize all the vowel sounds once again. Please copy it in your notebook. I, Y, E, S, K, I, ski. Please repeat after me. Ski. E, W, W, ROI, Ruwa, MOI, Muwa, OU, OO, ROUE, Roo, AMOUR, Amu, Amu, AIEI, A, LAINE, lane, REINE, rain, AUEAU, O, O, AUSSI, OC, EAU, O, OC, O. Last vowel sound, EU, OEU, Nerve, sir. We are done with the vowels and vowel sounds, which is the second part of the pronunciations. Now we will move on to the pronunciation of consonants, which is the third part of French pronunciations.